from Dartford and this extraordinary girl from Spanish Harlem. But we had music, you know? We wouldn't have met but for music, and I wouldn't be writing these words now except for the music. I mean, that's the wonderful magnet, isn't it? So we met in England, and then a few months later, the Stones found ourselves in America, let loose in New York City. And of course, the Ronettes show up the first morning in this enormous red Cadillac convertible. "Come on," Ronnie called. "We're taking you to Jones Beach." We pack into the convertible. Ronnie, Nedra, and Estelle, the whole Ronettes, and as many Rolling Stones as could fit into this endless red car. And off we go. It was quite a day. I mean, we just arrived in New York City for the first time ever. I look over at Mick, who's got his arm around Estelle, and I say, "Oh, this is the way to go, man." The Ronettes drove us all around New York City, and we ended up in Jones Beach, and later on, I ended up at Ronnie's place. Amazed. We had fun like that. Do I have to tell you that Ronnie's got one of the greatest female rock and roll voices of all time? She stands alone, absolutely. She's worked with a lot of producers and arrangers, some of them quite good, but if you listen to her vocals, you can always tell who's in control. You know that every song she sings is gonna go her way, and no one else's. Ronnie's a very strong girl. After all, for a long time, she was prevented from singing anything, so it's not surprising to me that she's still working. She can still sing, man. I have tapes that she recorded down here at my house. That was 2001. I have a little studio in my basement, and I had some time off in 2000, 2001. So I'd invite whoever was around to drop by and make music. Ronnie's my neighbor. She lives about 4 towns down the road from me in Connecticut, so she came by several times. We recorded a duet of the old Ike and Tina Turner song, "It's Gonna Work Out Fine." We were working on a song called "Love Affair" the day before 9/11 happened. After that, everything just scattered into the winds. We had a really good thing going, and then the bomb dropped. But I've got a couple of tracks that I still want to work on, and that's one of them. Ronnie, I just love her around, and I'd like her to hang in for as long as possible, like me. The last time I saw Ronnie and heard Ronnie was at my dentist's office, 2020, just before the pandemic. This is in New York City, and I'm in the chair, and the dentist is working on my teeth, my mouth wide open, and suddenly, from out in the corridor, I hear singing. A beautiful, pure voice that I recognized immediately. She's singing, "Be My Little Baby," and I think, it cannot be true. And then into this little exam room walks Ronnie. She was having her teeth done the same day, and when she heard I was there, she decides to surprise me with a serenade. With my mouth still propped open, I just wave at Ronnie, sort of vaguely. I couldn't speak, but that didn't matter. It was enough to know that between the two of us, Ronnie and me, the sound is still happening. Keith Richards, September 2021. Chapter 1. Ozzie and Harriet in Spanish Harlem. Skinny Yellow Horse. That was the name the black kids had for me when I was growing up because I had light skin and I was so small and I'd always kick like a little pony whenever I got into a fight. And I was always getting beat up. PS 153 on 145th Street and Amsterdam Avenue was one of the toughest black schools in Harlem, and the kids were always making fun of me. "Hey, half-breed," they yell, "get your ass back to the reservation." I didn't have it as bad as my sister. I was a tomboy, and I could run fast, but Estelle was always so poised and proper that the kids at PS 153 thought she was a snob. So they'd pick on her worse than me. Even though Estelle was 2 years older than I was, there were times when I had to defend her against some of those kids. The worst thing about all of it was that I never even understood prejudice.